I'm sitting here this morning, and as I get started for the day, really just wondering why there is just so much angst over a Supreme Court pick. After all, there's a line that I often hear from Christian friends, and it's God wins in the end. So, as bleak as things may look, if you're a conservative Christian or a conservative, and likely you're both. But if that's the case, you know that ultimately that evil does not triumph. That's what you've been taught. That's what you believe. I should also note, though, on the left, when they have similar angst in all of this, it surprises me just a wee bit because since 1969, when Richard Nixon was in his first year in office, a Republican president, and there were not many Republican presidents, Eisenhower in between a lot of Democrats for a period of 30 years. But since that point, 14 out of 18 Supreme Court justices have been named by Republicans. But the court, you could say, has not really gotten a whole lot more conservative. Oh, I know the Citizens United decision. If you're a liberal in the media, you claim that that is the end of the world. And there have been a handful of other decisions on various issues that they claim is harmful to people's civil rights. And yet most people still seem to be going about their lives doing whatever they've always done, right or wrong. There's been no great clampdown where people are coming in and locking you up in your house. Oh, strike that. We do have this situation with COVID-19. There you go, though. If you had constitutionalist judges, they would not be allowing this. I'll give you a good example. There was a judge on the federal bench a few weeks ago who ruled that Philadelphia could not continue, or Pennsylvania, well, one and the same, one runs the other, could not continually lock people down. These state governments, they have the ability to declare an emergency, but that's supposed to be for brief use and not stretch on to, infinitum. And I think that that is one thing that the courts have really brushed under the rug. And we have a court that really seems to go along with, no matter who sits on that court, pretty much what we call the zeitgeist, or the latest fad, or the latest trend. So an appointment of Amy Coney Barrett, that might be a good thing. I think it would be. But she is actually quoted in a paper she wrote about 20 years ago. It's a well-known paper, pretty much saying, and I heard this out of the mouth in a paraphrase the other night on TV from Brit Hume, who says, you render unto Caesar. And in her case, she is saying that it would be wrong for someone to use their religion as a basis for deciding law in this country when the Constitution is what you're supposed to be following. So it does not sound as if she is going to be consulting the Pope before she makes a decision when it comes to the Supreme Court, if indeed she's the nominee and then ends up being vetted. And you say vetted by the Senate, it's going to be a fait accompli. There'll be 51 votes, it'll be done, and she'll go on to the court. And then the real trouble will start in this country. But I don't believe all of this talk about the end of the world and the end of the republic. I'm concerned about it, but I think for most people, if you live in flyover country, today I have to go get new tires on the car, and then I might go get a hamburger. I got bigger fish to fry. In this case, maybe just something to sizzle on a grill. But that's my point, is I don't really know that it's going to, in the long run. It's great parlor talk in places like Washington and even on talk radio, but I don't really know that it's going to have any overall impact on most of our lives. Just saying. I don't have a lot of mine left, so perhaps I can get away with that. You 25, 35-year-olds, different story, I know. Remember, you can subscribe to our videos by clicking the subscribe button. You can also leave questions or comments in the area below. If there's anything that you would like Jake and I to address, we'll be glad to do that. Hope you have a great day.